Hey, happy Saturday, everybody. Today I thought I would go over the construction of a major scale, a natural minor scale, and how we came to construct the minor pentatonic. So that way I'm hoping that you guys are at a point where you kind of want to know why you're playing the notes you're playing and why they work with these chords. So let's get in. Okay, so since piano was my first instrument at the age of 5, I have always taught theory from the piano because the notes are always in the same place. You have 2 black keys, 3 black keys, 2 black keys, 3 black keys. C is always to the left of the 2. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So wherever there's 2, that's C. Okay? So that doesn't change. On the guitar, they're all over the place. Okay, so we have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. The major scale is composed of 8 notes with a half step between intervals 3 and 4 and 7 and 8. It doesn't matter what note you start on, that if you follow this formula, it will be a major scale. A half step is anywhere there is the very next key. So from C, a half step up is C sharp. Half step up from C sharp is D. Half step up from D is D sharp. Half step up from D sharp is E. Half step up from E, where do we go? F. So it's every single key. Okay? A whole step is if we skip a key. If we went from C to D and skip C sharp. A whole step up from D is E, because we're skipping D sharp. And then also, these are called flats as well. So if we played C and went up a half step, we call it C sharp. If we played D and went down a half step, we call it D flat. We find E, C, D, E, and then we play E, whole step up, F sharp, whole step up, G sharp, because we're skipping, so E to F sharp is a whole step, we're skipping F. F sharp to G sharp is a whole step because we're skipping G. So, what's a half step up from G? Where would we go? We would go to A. E, F sharp, G sharp, A, whole step, skip A sharp, go to B. Another whole step, we're going to skip C and go to C sharp. And then skip D, another whole step, we're going to go to D sharp, and we're back to our root at E. Okay, so here we have the E major scale up top, okay? Now, this note here is E, that's why it's number 1, it's our root note, E, and number 1 here is also E, and number 1 here is also E. Now, they're scattered throughout, they're all over the fingerboard, all over the fretboard. So that's why I use the piano to teach the theory. Now this is played this way. Let's see if you can see this. Okay. Now, looking back at our other graph here, there's a couple of ways that we can change the major to a minor. So if we know what the major scale is and we're going to change it to a minor, we would flat the 3rd, the 6th, and the 7th. So if we count 1, 2, 3, we're going to flat the 3rd. And here is a flat 3rd right here. See that? There's your flat 3rd. 1, 2, 3, it goes here. 4 is the same. 5 is the same. And 6 and 7 are flat, which means we lower them a half step. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 goes here, 7 goes here, and 8 is 1, so that's your octave. So this is what it looks like of how you would play it. And then again, 1, 2, 3, flat the 3rd, it goes here, see the flat 3? 3, 4, 5, 6, flat that, it goes here, see it? Flat 6. 7, flat that, that goes here, and then 1, 2, flat 3. So this is your natural minor here, and it's played like this. Here's your flat 7, so you can play this one too. So the easy way to look at it, if you're looking at the paper, is the top 3 strings are all the same frets, skipping a fret, right? And then we come up 1, we play fingers 1, 2, 4. Then we come up again and play fingers 1, 2, 4. Then 1, 3, 4. And that's what you just heard is your relative major to the minor, which is G. Here's your G string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I had a student, and she was about 10 years old, and she came back to me after going home and practicing the minor scale, and she said, "My mom says you're teaching me wrong." I said, "Teaching you wrong?" She said, "Yeah, when I was playing that scale, she said, you're teaching me wrong." I said, "Well, that's because her knowledge of music, of scale, sounds like this." Oops. So that's from what she knows. To her, that is a major scale, but that's why she thought I was teaching her wrong, because the minor scale doesn't sound that like the same, right? Now let's take a look at the natural minor scale that works with the pentatonic. This is the position that we worked on in the last lesson. The one on the bottom is the pentatonic. The one up top is the natural minor, and they work together. Okay, I'm going to play a little bit of the pentatonic and the natural minor. I'll combine them. Give you an example of kind of what they sound like together. That's just kind of an idea of mixing up the major and the minor. That rhythm doesn't really call for anything fast. It's very kind of laid back. So like and subscribe. I'll have the tabs in my platform. Link is in the description. It's on my Gumroad page. It's always hard to say. Gumroad platform. And have a great weekend, and I will see you next time. Leave some comments of anything that you guys want me to touch on. Okay? All right. See you.